Hey sis, guess what? Colin popped the question. Can you believe it? It was the most magical moment of my life. He took me to this fancy restaurant and surprised me with a ring hidden in a champagne glass. He said he loved me more than anything and wanted to spend the rest of his life with me. Isn't he just the sweetest?
Oh my goodness, Samantha. That's wonderful news. The way he proposed sounds so romantic. I'm so happy for you. Have you started planning the big day yet? There's so much to do. You should consider getting a wedding planner to ease the stress. I can't wait to see you walk down the aisle in a gorgeous wedding gown. I know just the place for it.
Hold on, Marianne. Don't get too carried away. Remember, it's my wedding we're talking about, not yours. I know it must be hard seeing your younger sister getting married before you, but that's no reason to get overly excited.
Samantha, what are you saying? I was only trying to help. I'm your sister. Why wouldn't I be happy for you?
You're already 35 this year, Marianne. What are your plans? This isn't the time to obsess over my wedding. If you don't act soon, you'll be 40 before you blink. And then, before you know it, you'll be a spinster.
There's nothing wrong with being single and in your 30s, Samantha. It's not like I'm dying to get married right now. I just haven't found Mr. Right yet. I'm satisfied with my work and hobbies at the moment. My social life may not be booming, but if Mr. Right comes along, I wouldn't mind settling down.
Are you sure you're not just in denial? It seems like only single women say they're satisfied with their work and hobbies. You need a wake-up call, Marianne. Your biological clock is ticking away. If you don't find someone soon, it might be too late. We're sisters, Marianne, and I can tell when you're just putting on a brave face.
I'm not lonely, Samantha. I'm simply enjoying my single life.
Oh, come on. Who are we kidding here? It must hurt a little that your younger sister is getting hitched before you do. And introducing my in-laws to my single older sister. Well, it's not exactly something to be proud of.
How dare you? You need to take a step back and check yourself, Samantha.
Hey, I was just trying to give some friendly advice. Now that I'm engaged, everything just seems brighter and happier. No need to get defensive there. But seriously though, if you keep up with this stubborn attitude of yours, you'll really end up being the last one standing.
You're going too far, Samantha. I know you're getting carried away because you've just gotten engaged. But that's more than enough. I'm still your big sister, you know. You can't talk to me like that. Don't look down on me just because you're getting married before me. That doesn't make you better than me. I'm not tied down by society's expectations. I'm free to get married or not.
If you say so. It sounds like you've just given up on getting married. But all the men have a choice too. They have their own preferences. You're only getting older. Your appeal as an older woman is going to plummet from now on. There's no helping you. I just wanted to give you some advice. But if you're not going to listen, then that's on you. But it's so wonderful. The ring looks so beautiful on my finger. It's almost like a star. Well, you know, if you can't get a ring on your finger, at least you'll have some wrinkles. It's almost too cruel to make fun of your miserable life. Oh my gosh, wait, where did it go? My engagement ring is gone. I swear, I just had it a minute ago.
That serves you right.
I'm like serious, sis. It's gone. What am I going to do? It's not in my jewelry box. I just put it in there.
Well, just calm down for a bit. Think back to when you last had it. You said you put it away after the proposal. Where was it before then?
I was admiring it just before bed, but I swear, I put it away. Colin got me such an expensive ring. How could I lose it? He's going to be furious. I know I had it. It has to be somewhere.
Think back to the proposal. Where did you go after he put it on you?
After he went home, I went home and told Mom the big news. We got a little overexcited and maybe we might have drunk a little too much. After that, we went straight home and put it away.
Where did you go to celebrate? You were with Mom, right? You should try asking her to see if she knows. If you were drunk, you might have mistakenly put it away. I know how you like to show off. Maybe you took the ring off so Mom could get a better look at it.
There's no way I'd take my ring off at some random store. That's just so reckless. It was a Tiffany engagement ring, sis. It was thousands of dollars. The most expensive thing I've ever worn. I wouldn't just do that.
You say that, but you can't find it, right? A ring can't just get up and walk away.
No, that's not what it is. I know it was you, wasn't it? You just can't stand me being happy, can you? Did you sneak into my room and take it? Don't take your frustration out on me. Why can't you just let me be happy?
First, you insulted me. Now you accuse me of stealing? How low can you get? I'd never do that to my little sister. Don't go blaming other people for your own mistakes.
It couldn't have gone anywhere else. Who else would have taken it? There's no one else who would have come into my room and taken it. You're the only one. Mom or Dad would never take it. You're the only one with a motive. You're just mad. I know you're the one who stole it. It has to be.
Samantha, now calm yourself down. You're just getting a little emotional. When you came home yesterday, I wasn't there, right? You only told Mom about your proposal. You just told me about it. There's no way I could have gone into your room and stolen it. When would I have had the chance anyways?
You could have heard about it from Mom afterwards. Then you must have snuck into my room after I passed out and stolen it. Colin and Mom message each other all the time. I'm sure Colin, being the gentleman he is, must have told Mom too. If you stole Mom's phone and saw her messages, you totally would have known about it before I told you.
Now that's ridiculous, Samantha. Why would I go through all the trouble for something I don't care about? I'm not even jealous of you. I wouldn't lose my cool over something like you getting engaged.
But it's gone, it disappeared off my finger. If you didn't steal it, how am I going to explain this to Colin?
What are you looking at me for? That's got nothing to do with me.
I hate you, sis. It's all because you're jealous of me. Don't pretend. Hurry and give me my engagement ring back. Don't try to ruin my life because your life is so miserable. It doesn't belong to you. I was going to treasure that ring for the rest of my life. You don't understand how important it is to me. Hand it over.
Marianne? Samantha just told me everything. What are you thinking? How long do you plan to keep this up? You're being so stubborn and childish. It doesn't matter if your sister gets married before you. Don't let that ruin your bond. Give her back the ring right now. If you say you're sorry and return the ring, Samantha will forgive you.
Mom, you're always on Samantha's side. How can you accuse me of such a thing?
Don't act innocent, Marianne. This is not the first time you've gone crazy. Given the circumstances, it's only natural that we suspect you. You've always been envious of Samantha. Her engagement must have triggered you. You saw an opportunity and took it. You had the motive and the means to do it. It's been a week since she announced her engagement. That's plenty of time for you to steal the ring. You've crossed the line this time.
I would never stoop so low as to steal her ring. That's not who I am. And for your information, I'm not jealous of Samantha. I was happy for her when she told me. You're supposed to be my mom. I thought you would trust me.
I'm your mom, Marianne. That's why I know what you're capable of. You've always resented your sweet little sister for getting everything she wanted.
That's not true. I have my issues with how you always favored her over me, no matter what I did. But this is different. I wouldn't steal her ring out of spite. Give me some credit.
Stop lying. This is not a joke. This is Samantha's engagement ring we're talking about. It's very important to her. If you don't give it back right now, your father and I will disown you. You won't be a part of this family anymore. Do you understand what that means? You'll have to leave this house and never come back. You won't be able to talk to us ever again.
That's insane. I know you've always preferred her over me, but this is too much. You have no proof that I took that ring.
I can't believe we raised a daughter like you. I'm ashamed of you, Marianne. You've been living off our generosity since you haven't found a husband and moved out yet. We accepted that you might never get married, but you've become bitter and hateful. We can't stand by while you try to ruin your sister's happiness. Do you know how much that ring cost? Colin spent 3 months of his salary to buy it. It was over $10,000 for heaven's sake. If you sold it to some pawn shop for some cash, the least you could do is give what's left to your sister.
He spent over $10,000 on that ring?
Yes, he did. It's not some cheap ring from a store. I've had enough of your nonsense, Marianne. You've pushed us too far. You're no longer welcome in this house. Pack your bags and get out by tonight. Unless you bring the ring back, we don't ever want to see your face again. We don't want a thief living under our roof.
Mom, you can't do this. You can't kick me out like this. Where am I going to live? Won't you just listen to me? You're taking Samantha's side without listening to my side of the story. I really don't know what happened to her ring. I'm being honest.
I don't want to hear any more of your excuses. If you're an adult, take responsibility and face the consequences of your actions. I no longer think of you as my daughter. As of now, we are complete strangers. Pack your things and leave immediately.
What are you still doing here? Get out, you thief! You're unbelievable. You stole my ring, and you have the nerve to stay in this house? Mom already told you she's done with your madness.
I told you 1,000,000 times, Samantha. It wasn't me. You probably lost it somewhere. Did you even bother to check with the police? Because of your carelessness, Mom and Dad won't even look at me. I don't know why everyone thinks I'm crazy. It's normal to get defensive when everyone is accusing me of something I didn't do.
Save it, Marianne. We're sick of your lies. We're done with you, sis. Get out, you scum. No, you're not even my sister anymore. You're nothing to this family. You're just a leech that sucked the life out of us. Yeah, that's right. I need some insect repellent to get rid of the bugs that are infesting our home.
Watch your mouth. That's no way to talk to your sister.
What sister? I have no sister. There's just a leech who's been living off our family because she can't find a man to love her. You must have heard Colin and me talking about moving in here after we got married. I bet you can't stand the idea of seeing a happy couple around. You were trying to break us up, weren't you? You thought Mom and Dad would kick us out so that Colin and I can have some space. That's when you came up with your crazy plan to steal my engagement ring and ruin our wedding. I'm right, aren't I?
I'm staying here because it's convenient for work. It's only a 10-minute drive. Why would I move out? I'm not living here for free. I pay Mom and Dad my share of the rent every month. Tell me, where do you see the leech? Don't put words in my mouth and make assumptions. I didn't even know you wanted to move in here until now.
Shut up, you leech. You're giving me a headache. Just listening to you, lie after lie, there's no hope for you, is there? You're gonna keep denying everything until the end. That attitude of yours is why the whole family thinks you're nuts. No wonder no man wants to marry you. Who would want to marry a woman in her 30s who only knows how to make excuses for her actions? You may be old enough to be an adult, but you act like a child.
How many times do I have to tell you before you get it? I don't need a man.
Get out, you lunatic. We've had enough of you. I wonder when the old leech will finally leave her parents' house.
Don't worry. I've had enough of this insane family. None of you have any respect for me. I've packed my things already. I'm leaving and never coming back.
Thank God. Now I can live without worrying about what the lunatic will do next. With you gone, I know Mom and Dad will finally be happy.
Good riddance. I hope you enjoy living with that psycho mom of yours.
Now you're gonna call Mom psycho? Real mature.
I found out the truth the other day, and I was going to tell you. But with that snobby attitude of yours, I think you like it better this way. You told Mom that you'd be living with your future husband here, right? Well, you better watch out. Forget about the ring. You might lose something more precious to you. Mom was the one who secretly stole your stupid engagement ring and has been framing me for it.
So, now you're blaming Mom? How low can you get? Mom's been nothing but kind to us. And now you're trying to drag her name through the mud. Like, that's low even for you.
If only I was that petty. You know, I think this parasite will leave you with a little parting gift for your wedding. That brand name engagement ring you so loved is more than likely being sold right this instant.
You must be joking. There's like no way in a million years that Mom would ever do something like that. You're just trying to gaslight me one last time before you leave.
If you don't believe me, feel free to ask Mom yourself. I'm sure you'll be in for a delightful surprise. This will be the last time you're going to hear from me. I'm finally out of this insane asylum. Have fun dealing with all that mess. Ta-ta!
What are you trying to do, Marianne? Are you here to cause more trouble because we kicked you out? Your sister is hysterical. Ever since you accused me of stealing her ring.
Don't play dumb, Mom. I know the truth. You pawned Samantha's engagement ring at the pawn shop near the subway station, didn't you?
What are you talking about? What pawn shop? I don't even know there's a place like that around here.
You can't fool me. I have proof. My friend works there. They told me how you came in the other day and sold the ring.
Your friend must have confused me with someone else. I never went there, let alone sold your sister's engagement ring.
You were so busy blaming me that you didn't realize you pushed me to the edge. I wanted my family to trust me. The only thing I could do was to find the ring myself. I knew the thief would try to sell it somewhere. It's useless as a ring without a certificate of authenticity. I searched every pawn shop I could find, and my hard work paid off when I discovered your betrayal. You backstabber!
No! You've ruined everything!
You were very clever. You didn't sell it right away to avoid suspicion. A normal thief would try to get rid of it as soon as possible. They wouldn't want to keep it in case they got caught. You even waited until Samantha made a fuss about the ring before you sold it at the nearest shop. Now, what are you going to do, Mom? You have two choices. You can either tell Samantha what you did, or I can tell her myself.
I can't let her find out. It doesn't matter who tells her. She can never know. Marianne, darling, don't do this to your mom. You can't say anything to Samantha. I'll do anything. It'll destroy the family.
Like you destroyed the family when you framed me for stealing the ring? You're such a hypocrite. How dare you? You're an adult, Mom. It's time for you to face the consequences, no matter how hard they are.
I didn't mean to steal her ring. It was an impulse. You know, your sister was drunk from celebrating her engagement. When she went to wash her hands, she left the ring on the sink. It's not like I ripped it off her finger. I meant to give it back to her, but something stopped me. Something came over me. I can't explain it. It's not my fault.
I knew it. She forgot it at the bar. She would never lose it otherwise. So, instead of giving it back, you kept it for yourself. But you couldn't just take it without raising questions. So you hatched a plan to make me look guilty.
It's Samantha's fault. She was showing off that damn ring to everyone. Your father never bought me anything like that. It was 3 months' worth of his salary. A $10,000 engagement ring. I always dreamed of wearing a beautiful ring on my hand. Your father could only afford so much when we got engaged. I had to settle for what little he could buy. But that tiny ring could never compare to Samantha's. It was stunning. Everyone in the room was admiring it.
You stole her ring for something like that?
It was a moment of weakness. I was going to return it to her the next day. Then Samantha accused you of stealing the ring. It was the perfect opportunity. I couldn't pass it up. If she blamed everything on you, I could sell the ring with no problems. She'd never find out. It was perfect. You would take the blame for me, and then I could sell the ring.
Looks like there's no sense in trying to speak to you. You're just making excuses at this point. You've been busted. Hurry up and hand over the money. After you've handed it over to her, you need to explain what you've done.
I can't. There's no way. I don't have the money anymore. I already used it.
All of it? You must have gotten thousands of dollars for it. How could you have spent it all already? It hasn't even been a week since you sold it. You need to get it back now.
I told you already. I can't. I lost it all gambling at the casino.
How did you use it all already?
Well, you know how it is. 1 minute you're on top of the world, raking in the dough, and the next you've lost everything and you're trying to make it all back.
What utter filth just spewing from that mouth of yours. There's no hint of remorse, is there? You're beyond help, Mom. I tried to extend an olive branch to you, but you're too far gone. Go and tell Samantha, or I will.
Hey, Marianne. I've been too hard on you lately. I know I accused you of stealing my ring, but I need to apologize. I was so stressed out, and Mom totally brainwashed me. I'm sorry, okay? I don't think Mom would steal and pawn my ring. She always spoils me. I just believed her because it was easier.
It's fine. You had a lot on your plate. You don't have to apologize to me, Samantha. It was time for me to leave the house anyway. I didn't belong there anymore. It was a blessing in disguise. After this, I will never go back to that house. I'm done with both our parents and you, Samantha.
Wait, even me? It was all just a misunderstanding that Mom caused. You can't be serious about cutting me off, can you?
I forgive you for your false accusations. I know how persuasive Mom can be when she wants to be. But that doesn't erase everything else you said to me. I can't forgive you for looking down on me just because I'm single and over 30. I don't need a sister who insults me so cruelly like that. I've been nothing but supportive, and yet, even before this incident, you've been snubbing your nose at me behind my back.
Don't be like that, sis. We're sisters. Our bond is stronger than this. I just got a little carried away since I got engaged. It wasn't malicious. You're my only sister. It would break my heart if I lost you.
It's too late. Nothing you say will change my mind. I'm going to start a new life away from all this drama. And one more thing. Don't bother inviting me to your wedding because I won't come. I've said everything I needed to say. I'm glad you sorted out your ring problem. I wish you well. Goodbye, Samantha.
Wait, Marianne, don't go. Can you please do me one favor before you cut me out of your life? Please, I'm begging you.
Really? You're only trying to fix things with me because you need a favor? Whatever. What is it? Spit it out.
Well, actually, you know how Mom pawned my engagement ring, right? Colin doesn't know that I lost the ring yet. I need to get a new one before he finds out, but I don't have money to buy another ring. Neither do Mom or Dad. You're the only one who can help me. Can you please lend me some money to buy a new ring?
Why should I? You don't need my help. Colin is supposed to be understanding, right? All you have to do is tell him the truth and make Mom pay you back for pawning the ring. It's that simple.
I tried telling him the truth, but I couldn't do it. Do you know what he said to me? He said, "You better not have lost that ring. That ring cost me 3 months of salary. How can you lose something so valuable?" What am I supposed to do? I'm trapped. He'll never forgive me if he finds out. He might even call off the wedding. After hearing that, there was no way I could tell him the truth. He'd be furious. And it would be even worse if he knew it was our mom who pawned the ring. He might hate our family.
Ooh, sounds like Colin is not as great as you thought he was. Maybe you should have been more careful.
This is not a joke. If I don't get the ring back somehow, he'll dump me for sure. Please, Marianne, help me out here.
Well, then you're out of luck. He's not going to budge. He's as stubborn as a mule. He must have scrimped and saved for ages. 3 months' salary is a fortune. He was sure you were the one and he did everything he could to get you that ring. No wonder he's livid that you lost it.
I know. I appreciate how hard he worked for it, so I can't let him down. I want to secretly buy the exact same ring, but I'm broke. I can't afford a $10,000 engagement ring myself. You're the only one who can help me right now. I'll do anything. Even if you never want to see me again. Just please help me buy the ring.
Oh, is that all? Well, then it's simple. I won't.
Your own sister is in trouble.
Well, that's your problem. If you don't have the money, then you better bust your ass and earn it. You're not getting a free ride. You have to pay for your mistake.
But it's $10,000. There's no way I can save up that much money before the wedding. Isn't this what big sisters are for? They're supposed to rescue their little sister when she's in trouble. I'll even invite you to the wedding. Please, I'm begging you.
Now you remember I'm your big sister? You couldn't wait to get away from me.
No, that was before I knew the whole story. It's not my fault.
Colin isn't dumb. I'm sure he's suspicious that something is wrong. You better hurry and tell him the truth before he finds out. It'll only get worse the longer you lie. Or, I have a better idea. Maybe I should just go ahead and spill the beans to him. That's the least I could do as your big sister. I'll make up some excuse for you. Something like, "It was our mom's fault that Samantha lost the ring. She didn't mean to do it, so please forgive her." That sounds pretty good to me, right?
Stop. You can't do that. What kind of impression would that make on our family? That'd make him even more reluctant to marry into our family if he knew the truth about Mom.
If she's being so unreasonable about it, then there's nothing else I can do. Good luck, Samantha. You need to hurry up and save her that ring.
I already said I was sorry, didn't I? Why are you being so cruel? Are you really going to abandon your little sister?
If that's why you apologize to me, then you need to rethink your actions. Maybe next time, be more honest about it. This is goodbye. Have fun trying to save up for that ring.
It looks like Samantha started a part-time job in secret to save up money for the ring. She was working at night so that Colin wouldn't become suspicious. But by chance, he ran into her while she was working. In the end, they ended up talking about the wedding and everything unfolded. The day after, our parents tried to explain the situation to Colin, but it was no use. He ended up breaking off the engagement. He just couldn't believe the type of people that were a part of our family. Since they broke off the engagement, of course, they were no longer allowed to live together. Samantha still lives at home, but after the incident, things were never the same between her and her mom. They constantly fight day in and day out, and even our father tried to mediate between the two to no avail. The last I heard, the family was in danger of falling apart.